Hello, everybody. We are back with another episode with Chess Planks, and today we're going to be playing against a couple of friends of mine. So yeah, let's get right in. Okay, yeah, let's see how this game goes. This is a friend of mine from school, so yeah, we'll just see what happens. He's pretty new to chess, as you can see by his rating. But yeah, we're going to be playing some chess, and let's see how it goes. Starting off with a pretty simple opening. He's playing pretty well so far, no major mistakes. So yeah, let's just keep on going. Knight takes is inevitable. And yeah, I'm gonna play pawn push. He goes knight back. I'll be chilling. I'm not gonna be playing my best to make it a slightly more fair game, but I still will be trying to win because it is a rated chess game, as you can clearly see. So yeah, pretty standard Sicilian opening. Not too much going on. Um, Yeah, probably what I'm trying to do is bishop here, castles, start that bishop here, castles, knight here, pawn push, knight here, and maybe rook over here. Then I'm going to try to push in the center with this. Takes it, I'll take back my knight. If he doesn't, I'm going to play here. And I'm just going to get my pieces to where they want to be. Okay, let's start castling. Pretty easy defense here, to be honest. It's pretty simple. But yeah. So, okay, let's just see how this goes. Probably knight to d7 is what I'm gonna play next. He's probably gonna play e5. At least that's what I would do. Okay, well, let's just see what we can do now. Honestly, I'm just waiting for him to play. If I were him in this position, e5 would be the first I'm looking for, but then I play takes, probably knight takes and knight here, and after knight takes, pawn takes, and knight death, which looks pretty interesting, and then we can go on from there. I have a pretty solid center, and yeah. Um, okay. So honestly, this game started off pretty well. I'm just gonna continue with my plan, and let's just see what he does. Looks pretty simple so far. So yeah. Cillian is a pretty nice opening to play. Yep. Like as expected, knight takes. Okay, he played bishop takes, still fine. I'm gonna play here. Probably if he takes this, I'm gonna take back my queen. If he takes there, I'm also gonna take back my queen. Because I don't really like the idea of his bishop being that powerful. But yeah, either way he takes back, I think I'm gonna be okay. Let's just see what he does. You know, many ways this could go, but so far he seems to be playing the best miss. So that's nice. Probably the most likely option is bishop takes bishop, so I'm gonna pre-move taking back, which is what I'm gonna do, then knight there. Since this is probably the most logical move or move that I would expect, this is why I'm gonna pre-move it. But usually when you're in a game, you should not pre-move unless you're in low time. Because of obvious reasons, like pre-moving a move and then play an unexpected move. I know that that's happened to me before. But yeah, you only really do it when you're low on time. But neither of us are low on time. I just okay. Now this is a pretty interesting move. Um, he is threatening my bishop a couple of times. But yeah, I think my position isn't too bad though. So let's just continue on with the game. He's threatening his pawn, which is a little bit annoying But I think I could pretty easily counteract this with like knight takes there and then bishop takes there. Or the other way around. Either one works. I think I'm going to start with knight takes here. The trap is if he takes my bishop, obviously I take back my knight, but he's probably going to take back. So yeah, let's just see what he does, which is interesting. Let's get on. Yeah. So yeah, the start of this game going pretty well, and well, let's just see how it goes. There are a bunch of moves I could have played, but I think this is probably the best. So, put it. Okay, I could either take the bishop or I can play bishop there. Both of them look pretty good. Probably bishop there is the better one because I can get my rooks into the game a little bit better. So probably that's what I'm going to do. But knight takes is also, and bishop takes is also pretty good. They both look like pretty good moves. Um, Another option is takes, knight there is pretty good. Knight there is a possibility, but then there's rook over, and I'm fine with that. Rook over, queen there. So I'm not too worried. So I'm probably just gonna take this and play knight there. And then if he takes it, I take back and I get an open file. So let's do that. Okay, he took it. That was expected, and now, but now I have an open file, which I like. You know, you never have too many open files. Okay, let's just see. If he trades queens, I'm probably gonna get my king here. So if he plays takes, I'm gonna take back with this rook. Plays rook over. I'm just gonna play king here. If he takes, I'll take back my rook. But then my plan is to get my king here, and my other rook here. And then I can like start attacking him, which I think will turn out pretty well. The only problems really here are the fact that our kings aren't like they don't have anywhere to go if there's a backward mate threat. But I'm not too worried about that, and I'm just gonna get my king pretty quickly. I'm not too worried about the double pawns, just because of the fact that I can attack the G pawn, which could be a weak pawn in the future. Also, this gives like a sort of place for my king to go. And I think it just like fortifies this entire side of the board. Okay, that's a pretty good move, but I think I'm gonna play queen here, threatening pawn push, and taking this pawn, which both are pretty good moves. So yeah, so far he's playing pretty well. Not too many like bigger mistakes. In the opening, back here, after takes, knight takes was an option. But that but other than that, this game seems to have been going pretty well for him. Okay, so let's just see what to do. But we are nearing the stage of the game that I, Lennox, love the most. We are going into the end game. Yup, you know it. I love end games. Not many people love end games, especially young people. But me personally, I just adore end games. End games in general, in my opinion, are probably the best stage because many people aren't looking out for tactics, which gives me the chance to try to find tactics that you wouldn't really normally look for, like rook sacrifices in the endgame, almost unheard of. But in a previous video, I had one of those and I won that game. I sacrificed my rook, and when he took it, I got to promote my queen, and I like honestly just got a really crazy position that was just completely winning. I got my rook up to the side of the pawn. It worked. You should definitely check out that video. But yeah, after this game, I'm probably going to start continuing the videos that I was doing before of the road to 2100, which I actually did end up getting at one point. But the thing is, after I got it, I went on like a pretty bad losing streak. So I am currently trying to uh, get back up from that losing streak. And we've had a pretty good start. We've had a good couple of wins in a row. Uh, and yeah, so far it's going pretty well. I really like my position because these three pieces low key are bums because like there's nothing they can do. So I'm probably just gonna take this and then queen back eventually once he trades rooks, which is probably the most likely thing. But yeah, okay, he puts pawn there. He's just fortifying it. That's pretty standard. Probably just gonna play here to make sure I can never get back rank mated. And yeah, I'm just gonna go on with my life. Maybe queen here. That's an option. Maybe trade queens. I trade rooks and then play queen here. But yeah, trade rooks, play queen there. Helps pretty good because he has to take it and I take back on push. That doesn't look too bad. Looks pretty good, if you ask me. So probably that's what I'm aiming for, but I wanna kind of keep the queens on the board for now, just because of the fact I'm only up a pawn, which is probably the best thing you can do. So yeah, let's just see how I can convert this endgame. I love my endgames, and hopefully we win, which is probably the most probable thing. Um, okay, so yeah, so far it's going pretty well. This and this are both pretty big weaknesses, and I think I can take advantage of one of them right now with queen check, attacking this pawn a bunch of times, and then maybe queen there. That could be a pretty wrecking move that will like destroy a lot of his like play in general. So yeah, that looks pretty good. There are a bunch of things I could do. Um, pawn like I could play queen there when he trades pawn push, pawn push. That looks pretty crazy. That would be a very, very interesting position if that is what we eventually did go into. And I would 100% have fun playing that. But let's just see how it goes. Probably I'm gonna play pawn there next, depending on what he does. If he goes to here or here, then that's what I'm gonna do. But if he doesn't, I'm just gonna put. If he goes there, I'll probably still play there anyway. When he plays rook over, pretty sure queen there should be good. Because if he takes eventually there. Okay, this is pretty interesting. I could take this, and when he takes back, then I can get my rook here, which is pretty good. But then rook here could be a little bit annoying later in the future. That really is my only concern. I would actually much prefer him taking me. But yeah, another move I can do is position. I was thinking about playing rook takes, but that doesn't work because of the obvious reason that he takes my queen. Other moves I could play, I could just like trade queens, go there, but then yeah, then again, that could be a little bit annoying. I could actually just do nothing and try to like get my pieces in first because like or maybe just pawn push immediately right now. That could work, definitely. I'm not afraid of any rook on here, so I can definitely leave my queen there for like a second. So probably like that's probably the most likely move. If he takes this, I take back this pawn and I'm gonna get that pawn rolling. That's my idea. So right here, I'm not too worried. I think it's like a simple move, like rook up maybe to try to like get my get my rooks tripled, also defending this pawn. And yeah, that looks pretty good so far. Other moves I could play are a little bit more defensive, but I like this move because he can't really stop me from doing anything after I do that. And well, I just like the position. But then again, if he does take and I take back there, pawn push, it would be nice to have my rook there. So I think maybe even pawn here would be pretty good, just because like this pawn hasn't done much. So yeah, it's probably what I'm gonna do. I'm not too afraid of any of his rooks going there. This pawn here looks pretty dangerous because now this pawn is stuck. So yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. So far this game has gone pretty well for me. And well, let's just see how it ends. A lot more pieces. If his rook ever moves up or anything like that, rook takes is my immediate move. Because if he takes my queen, I take with check and I take his queen, and well, I'm winning. So yeah, let's just see how we can finish this game. Finish him. But yeah, if he gives me another free move, That's gonna be my next move. But I don't really. Oh, now this is his first pretty big mistake. Because in this position, I can play queen takes, and well, I'm pretty sure that's gonna be game because this is check. And well, he has to take back this rook, and I take his rook, and well, I win. But yeah, I'm very surprised about how well my opponent played because he's pretty new to chess and he just played extremely well in this game. Most people, when they're at this rating, they will blunder immediately, but he played really well in this game, and like he only messed up in the end game, which is where even people like at my level will mess up. They're not like this, like maybe lose a couple of pawns, but yeah, my friend right here, he definitely well, he's 100% going to be pretty good in the future. Like look at this. He's down a rook, but I'm a 2034, which is a pretty high rating. And well, he's a 103, and he just played this well. I was very surprised by how well he played. But that just goes to show you learn fast when you watch videos. Maybe not my videos, but people's videos. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna win this game unless I do anything like crazy stupid. But yeah, I think I win this. And this was a good game by him, you know? Let's just quickly end it off with a rook check, trying to trade rooks. He doesn't, I'm gonna take these pawns. But yeah, this is great. So yeah, this game's basically over. I could try to troll him. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna troll him. Okay. How do I want to troll him? Okay. If I play rook takes, king here, king here, king here, king here, king here. He could play king here instead. So then so king takes, king here, king here, king here, king here, king here, takes, pawn push. That could be a little bit annoying though. Hmm. Yeah, his dad said faster. Well, that's it. This game went pretty well. So, yeah, that was nice. And probably gonna be the end of this video. Pretty short video compared to most of my others because it was a little bit of shorter game. But yeah, I'm just having fun here, making videos, just recording myself. But yep, that's it. See ya.